Okay, so with this comp, we're just trying to make sure our Zen and Widow don't get dove, and we're giving them lots of space, and we want to fight them. Here, I'll just kind of fight them there. And you guys hold blue box just so they can't get up there and dive these two. Okay, you can start it. Okay.
Full dive. Genji?
Yeah, probably dive.
Probably full dive. Steve up top. Okay, they have a Widow.
Oh shit. Widow long on the tiny window.
How do you die there, Herbs? Were we going out a little too
Uh,
far? Was it
I just
preventable there?
peeked too far. I had no clue they were gonna run a Widow. Just not thinking.
Okay.
Steve up top. Okay, they have a Widow.
Yeah, that's probably preventable death. So I would chill here. I would say on Gibraltar, this is like the best Widow map in the game. So definitely always assume that they're gonna have that.
Yeah.
But we get the res, so it's no big deal.
Oh, shit.
Do we
Widow
want to
long
scout
on
just
the
with someone
tiny
that
window.
can't get one shot, like our diva? Maybe do a little bit more scouting.
Well, I was gonna say, you mind if I take control of this real quick,
Oh,
just
yeah,
for a
yeah.
second? Well, so would it be bad for us to kind of at the very beginning set up inside here, just so we can scout and we can maybe do a little poke and then fall back to blue box?
That's actually good. That's viable to like start out at top box and just chill there. It's you just hold it for as long as you can without dying. Like don't overcommit to holding that area, and then you fall back to blue box. But
Yeah,
this is
We did
actually,
that once.
it's like a pretty good area because like you still like block the Widow sight line. They won't be able to get to blue box without you like being there basically. So it's totally fine to hold a bit closer.
We did that once, and what happened was... Alright, it draws when I use my push stop button. So we were holding right here, and then we dived on the bridge, but I was playing Zen, and then they just walked through the room and killed me.
Yeah, so we don't want
It was also
to.
just a stupid dive. Like we
Yeah,
should.
we don't
we
want to.
should've-
We don't want to hold boxes. We want to be in the room at the door with the tanks at the door, the healers at the back, basically where the diva is on screen right now, just so they can scout. And then once the scout is done, maybe you get a little bit of poke, and then you retreat back through that like little room, and then you reposition on blue boxes. Like
I
that's
actually don't want the Zen up there though. So
Yeah, I think it would
the
just
Widow
be
is slipping back.
put the characters up there that have the mobility to get from top.
I'm talking about everybody that's on blue boxes right now could easily be over there and reposition.
Right. That's what I mean.
Yeah.
I think what Kat was saying is that she was over there as Zen without the.
Oh, I got you. I'm trying.
Yeah, I remember what she's talking about.
Yeah, Zen, you
I
definitely
gotcha.
want to just chill there. I think there's no point because it makes it like it's a long journey to like to get back up to this high ground, which is where you want to be. So you're
and you
you're
can
fine
do
right
everything
there.
from a distance. So
Right.
Yeah. Okay. But holding this blue box at the beginning is totally fine too. It's not
I
that.
just know that we get antsy when we're on this blue box versus on tarp. So definitely, if some of us want to be on tarp, that's fine.
you can't call it tarp when Walt's here.
Wait, because
I'll leave this VOD review right now. I swear to God.
no, because I mean this blue box versus
They're
that
monkeys.
blue box.
Oh
There's
no.
Only one blue
I
box.
have to go through this again, don't I?
For me and you.
Let's get our blue crates.
Monkeys and servers.
Alright, they're coming down on us.
Zen's back up. Monkey and server. Monkey and server.
Oh, okay. Here's a big.
So should we have intercepted or like should we have made a play on the payload as soon as I picked Zen? Should we have made a play on the payload, like dropped to deny that res and then try and call a target?
Yeah. Sorry. So I just noticed one thing from this. I think let's look at this a few times. I think. So we get their Zen. Okay. See. Oh, okay. You get them on. Get the Zen on cart.
Alright, they're coming down on us.
Zen's back up.
Yeah, he was like right there where the diva is right now is where he got killed and then rezzed.
Yeah, Mercy's gonna get that res probably. You're gonna have
I
a
did.
hard time renting that. So that's totally that's fine. Like you don't need to like punish the Mercy res because it's pretty hard. But the one thing I want to point out here is that so the reason why we're holding up there is because we can engage without using our mobility cooldowns. So you can engage and then jump out when you guys take 1 million damage. But
down.
Yeah, I
So,
guess
charge.
how soon to engage? Like, should I be engaging as soon as I see the payload?
Yeah,
Or-
this is totally fine what you're doing. Like, because this
Like-
area, our Zen and our Widow both have sightlines. So really anywhere in there, you just look for opportunities.
Right. So like
Um,
Hayate wanted to engage like 15 seconds ago. Like right before this.
Yeah, if you go back to where I picked Zen, I think that would have been even if we couldn't deny the res, at least she would have been preoccupied, and that's healing that she's not getting on her team. Maybe I don't know.
Monkey's coming
It's
left.
just,
I
uh,
think
Wait.
you-
So
As
you
soon as
pick
that's
it
down
right
there, you
here.
can start like threading
like-
the 2 tanks.
My
I don't
only
think you would
issue,
full team engage at that point.
My only issue about here is like it's still around the corner, so I really don't like engaging when it's downstairs still.
I think
Yeah,
this was a
my intuition is that we probably want to give them a little bit more space because it's really awkward to fight anywhere inside of this car wash with dive. Because if we're fighting back here, like Zen has to go all the way around here to get an angle.
Yeah.
Whereas if you give them a little bit more space,
It opens up.
you know,
angles.
yeah,
So-
Zen can play back
Yeah.
here because if they have a Widow right there, the Zen has to play here anyway, right? So that's kind of my reasoning.
Something
So-
else that I'm noticing too is the positioning of their Widow. If our see where Cat is right now, Widow has that sight line. Maybe I'm just seeing Rogue.
Oh yeah, I see
That
that.
that sight line is open. Whereas if Cat was on basically 3 o'clock of this image,
Like right there.
I see
yeah.
it in there, yeah.
then
Yeah,
that
yeah.
denies that sight line.
this-
That's what he's saying.
This is definite kind of the default spot for Zen
But
because
he can't
there's
really do
usually
much
a Widow
while
in
the
the game.
payload's underneath like that.
And also I think we're using bubble here. We don't. Oh, it's kind of early,
Still
but
there?
It's after I used it after the Genji got
Monkey.
shot. I think.
Genji's on
Okay,
cars.
never mind. I don't
Monkey's
okay,
on-
yeah. I think we probably want to play around this box more rather than use the bubble because it's going to be
Okay,
really
yeah.
helpful when we do dive this card here. But here's the main thing that I just wanted to
For
point
me,
out.
Zen down in car wash.
Nice.
Monkey's and servers.
Alright, they're coming down on us.
Zen's back
Yeah.
up.
So yeah, see Jaden, you boost into them, whereas you can accomplish the exact same thing by just falling, and now you're literally trapped down there for like 6 seconds, right? Whenever you're cooldown, and you guys don't have Ana, you guys have Mercy Zen, so not a whole lot of healing. So yeah, the reason why we're holding this, and whenever we're playing Monkey Diva, it's always good to just engage without using your mobility cooldown. So use the geometry of the map, drop down to them, like play corners, just so you can have those abilities to escape. So yeah, I don't know if you get punished for this, but that's kind of the main
I
thing
think
there.
this is Mac. Yeah.
One. He was the one.
Diva. You got a Mac?
Diva.
Alright, one's
He's
coming.
behind.
Zen.
Behind you guys.
left side.
Zen's diveable.
Zen,
Zen's
Zen, Zen.
diveable.
Okay. Yeah. So Jane, you do get trapped down there for a while, and you lose mech. But I also want to see what else happens in this fight. I think.
Did you? I think your cooldown should have been down at that point.
Yeah. You
So
perhaps overstay your
definitely-
welcome.
Yeah, definitely. If you're running low, just call an escape because I'm fine at that point. So if
Hey Walt, after we continue with this first point, man, can we come back to this? I have a DPS question once we're done looking at this.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Also, just an FYI, Jaden messaged that his headset's acting up, so he can hear us. He just can't speak. Like his
Okay.
mic is bothering.
He can't defend himself.
You
You
guys
can roast him
us.
freely.
It's up to us to support him.
And you guys don't have to disengage at the same time. You guys can
Yeah,
Right,
you guys
one
should be
back
ping
and forth.
ponging it.
Yeah, I think he gets surrounded at that point, and then take
Yeah.
that damage from.
Yeah, so if either of you guys are getting low, you should call that and scoot up so the other
Yeah.
one
Mm-hmm.
is taking a little bit more of that damage. And then you switch.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
don't know.
yeah. You guys can go one at a time.
Mhm.
But I don't. I also don't really mind just hard engaging.
Yeah.
Focusing tanks because if we get a nice Discord on there and our Widow shooting the tanks, like we'll win that tank war.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's a lot of things you can do here, but yeah, but play maybe a little bit safer.
For monkey and server.
Diva's
So
one.
you guys are both.
He was the one.
Diva. You got a Mac?
Diva.
Alright,
I am
one's
so lucky and so stupid here.
Wait, who are you?
I'm Weege. I'm
Oh,
Mercy.
Oh yeah. There's
Tap dancing
Yeah.
around
Yeah.
there, noticing that there's a widow trying to kill me
Tempting death.
because I have no situational awareness.
Yeah, you can chill with our Zen here or with our
I-
Widow.
I do. I figured that out eventually.
I
There we
think
go.
you guys really the target focus is a little crazy right now. Like when you guys are on the card here, Like you guys are shooting like 8 different things, and I think you can just shoot the Zen.
He was the one.
Diva. You got a mech?
Alright,
Who's
Winston,
behind?
Winston.
Behind you guys?
left side,
Zen's typeable. Zen's
Zen.
typeable.
Oh, Widow's having a Widow
Uh,
battle.
two.
Let's see.
We're getting dived.
Widow wins.
Yeah, that was my question. So I killed the Widow, okay, whatever, good. But I feel like I would have gotten more value out of it if Weege understands to use the blue box, right, to stay out of her line of sight, if he decides to stay up there. And I rotate over to where maybe Zen is, or maybe this blue tarped box right here at the bottom of the screen, and just start pelting the enemy team because I've got better sight lines than the enemy Widow does. Would that have been a bad decision to make, to just ignore the Widow and just focus on the team since he has worse sight lines than I do?
I don't know. If you ignore him,
I
he's not
think
gonna
so.
ignore you.
I think that's like you're talking about if you play back here, so the Widow's like back there and she just can't do anything because she
So let
can't see
me
anything, and you just
let me
like shoot the
take-
tanks.
Yeah.
No, I like that.
Let me take control real quick.
Yeah.
Because Widow's there. You kill her
Oh,
basically
I thought you
back
meant where she currently is.
all the way back.
Well, she's on globe back here. Oh my god.
It's huge.
Yeah. How do I change that? There we go. So yeah, she's on globe back here, right? So her sight line is
Yeah,
literally
nothing.
It's literally
all of this, but she can't see the engagement.
Right.
So when I was watching this back, right, and I was like critiquing myself, my Widow 1v1 duel sucks. I got lucky. That's literally what that was, that I killed her. I got lucky. So I was thinking, well, maybe if I would have repositioned, say here, god damn it, here or here, or, like somewhere right here, because I've got this sight line and now she has nothing. She literally has nothing. And that'll give me maybe 5 seconds or so to where I can get some good damage and then reposition back here and take that duel if she comes up. Like, I think like in hindsight that would have been better, but in the moment I was like, oh, I'm a Widow, so my job is to challenge the other Widow. And I think that was the wrong call.
I think you're right. It's Widow v Widow is like kind of complicated. It's like a tracer v tracer. Whereas like it's like sometimes you duel the other tracer, but sometimes you ignore it, and it really depends on like a lot of factors. So your job on defense as Widow is just to deny their Widow's sightlines so she doesn't have free reign. But if their Widow's in like a not a great position or like can't really see
Still
anything,
moving
so
up or
she's like
something like that.
yeah, she's take the
Like now you killed her, so she's
Oh.
gonna be coming from spawn.
yeah, she's like way back there, like on globe, like you said. Yeah, you can totally just chill back here with the Zen and shoot tanks. Like 300 damage headshot on a Winston is not insignificant. It's really good. So
it's
yeah,
pretty
you can absolutely if their Widows like can't really find an angle, then you can totally just shoot tanks. I think
just
that's
have to
totally
stay
acceptable.
frosty.
Yeah, I don't
mean-
I don't play too much Widow, so like I don't have like an in-depth thing, but
Yeah,
that's
you and me both, brother.
Yeah.
I mean,
So
so
that's kind of my intuition, I think.
basically the goal for either is taking the Widow out of the fight, and if you can take the Widow out of the fight while also contributing to the main fight,
Then you're.
Yeah. It's like a fair v fair. Like
Mm-hmm.
if you can just make sure the fair is focused on you and then also shoot their tanks and not die, like that's the prime value. So I think it's like the same thing for Widow. It's like if you can just deny the Widow from taking like an actually good position, and if you've taken care of that, then yeah, just totally shoot tanks, like headshot tanks, like or look for Zen picks or something like that. I think
Okay,
that's-
awesome. Yeah, I just wanted to validate that my brain was in the right place when I was reviewing this.
Well,
Yeah,
I
I think that's
I
fine.
also think that like it's not so much as you made the wrong call as this is an okay call, and like you denied the Widow space, you kept the Widow busy, which is basically like your job. So good job, I think.
Yeah.
good shot, boy.
Yeah, I think with Widow, it's just like your main job is just to keep the other Widow in check. And
Right.
then anything on top of that is just gravy. Because if two DPS can cancel out each other, you trust your team to win the 5v5. But and
Yeah.
if you win a Widow duel, it's a 6v5, and you can destroy their entire team. So
Yeah, I feel like in this instance though, if it went reverse and I got killed and she didn't get killed, they would have a major advantage.
Yeah,
Huge
absolutely.
advantage. Not because they just have spawn, but because she can now get into position and shoot down on the team
Mm-hmm.
while they're distracted, right? So That's why I was kind of being more critical of my positioning and my decision making, saying, maybe I should have pop shotted and waited until she moved to the other blue box, whatever the hell you guys are calling it, tarp or whatever the hell you're calling it. Maybe I wait until she gets to that one, and then re-engage or something like that. So, but
Yeah, I think you're playing this well. As long as you're not dying. I think dying is the worst thing you can do. So if you have to play safe and you contribute less, and the Widow's not like farming your entire team, then I think that's totally acceptable. That's totally fine. All right.
Let's kick.
We
can't take control, I don't think.
Oh
Because I
yeah,
think you have something
hiding
drawn
your
on scroll somewhere.
Race.
Yeah, you've got to erase something. There you go.
Winston.
On you on Winston. You jumped out.
Who's one?
He's very low. I'm dying to Zen.
Zen.
can you take control of it while it's playing or no?
oh yeah.
Okay.
You got back in her mech.
Yeah.
With you on Zen.
I've got
Good
Val.
job, guys.
Zen's one.
Yeah, this is good. This is why this comp is good. The cart's in a really good location. Their Widow is zoned out, and you're just because you have the Zen up here, and like you guys are just free up here. So that's exactly what we need to do. It's the same thing if you like forego the Mercy and run Ana instead. If we put an Ana up here, it's like even more, right? It's like even more healing, nades on tanks. It's just that's why this is so important. This is why we hold blue box. You guys just do so much work up here. So you guys win.
Feel that Mercy?
Good job.
Pull a little bit. You have no heals.
Take back blue box.
Herbs
want
come
blue
back.
box.
Herbs come back.
I had to kill the Mercy, sorry.
Let's talk strat. What are we doing with the ults? What do we have?
Close to Blade.
We've got Val.
They probably have trance. I don't know, they're pretty close.
I have
They probably
primal,
have Valk or they're close.
This is just
Can
like
we
so you guys like win. So it's like even though it's like a minute and a half into the round. You guys it's only been one fight, and you guys have won first fight. So you want to assume that you kind of have like an ult advantage there. So we're getting close to Blade. So like I think like my feeling is that like we should probably be planning what ults we're gonna use. Because the most important ult in this is our Blade and their trance. This is the most important like interaction. So I think that's kind of the main thing we want to talk about. Do they have trance? And can we look for Blade? Something like that. But
Yeah, because I'll go ahead and
guys
tell
talk
you what we were doing was talking about how to take out Zen. So that
Yeah,
our
here,
Blade could be effective.
We have close to Blade.
We've got
Okay, wait here. Let's see your comms.
Let's talk strat. What are we doing with the ults? What do we have?
Close to Blade.
We've got Val.
They probably have trance. I don't know, they're pretty close.
I have
They probably
primal.
have Valk or they're close.
Can we bait out trans guys so I can Blade?
Perfect.
We can probably bait that out with I don't know, just put a lot of pressure
Winston's
on him.
here on second floor.
He's like their main diveable target as well as Widow stuff.
Widow has free sides without the bubble. Yeah,
Genji half.
Hi, trance.
I'm on
Discord's
got
on
it.
Winston. Discord's on Winston. He's diving us behind.
Genji's one.
Okay. That's double stack.
I'm
Sorry.
sorry.
Okay, so this is good. You guys identify that you want to look for Blade and you want to pressure the Zen. So that's a great plan. That's exactly. I mean, that's exactly what we need to do. So, yeah, that's a good job there.
I double stacked support ultimates.
It's okay, we did too.
Yeah, let's see. Sorry, I just want to. Usually when I go over VODs, I watch them like 8 times, and I focus on one person every single time. But here, I just want to focus on.
All 8 people in the
Okay, you
team.
guys are chilling up there.
Hi, trance.
Okay, Char, you
I'm
primal,
on
and they
Winston.
primal.
Discord's on Winston. He's diving us behind.
Genji's one.
Okay. That's double stack.
I'm
Sorry.
sorry.
I'm on Diva.
Diva
He's
low.
on mech.
Alright. Diva palming.
Oh, it's an old fest.
Winston,
Yeah.
is he dead?
I'm on Zen.
I need help.
I have to watch that again. It's hard to tell what happened. Double stacking support ults is like maybe not the worst because one of them is Mercy ult, and Mercy ult kind of sucks. So it's a whatever. I wouldn't like dwell on it too bad. It's really bad when it's like Zen Lucio. That's like the prime like terrible ult stacking.
You get
Yeah, it
results
was-
so quickly.
And it
anyway.
was definitely my bad call because we need to transfer that Blade. So I just need to be more mindful of that.
Yeah, and I don't know, like we like if they have now no Blade, they can still one shot you through trans. So you going Valk there and just flying into the skybox just to avoid the Blade, not too bad. And you guys press it at literally the exact same time. So
Mhm.
not a huge thing, I think.
Okay.
But yeah, I think
Grants.
I'm on.
Discord's
got
on
it.
Winston. Discord's on Winston. He's diving us behind.
Genji's one.
Okay. Oh, that's double stack.
I'm
Sorry.
sorry.
I'm on Diva.
Viva
Diva's
low.
on Mac.
Alright. Viva bombing.
Winston's on
I'm
me.
just
He's
fucking
dead.
low ground right now.
I'm on Zen.
I need help.
oh, it's nice peel, Jaden. Yeah, that's really good there. Like you just like see that Arzen. Okay, yeah. Oh yeah, where do you end that trance? You want to use the last like 2 seconds of your trance to get into like a safe position.
Yeah, I
typically?
was back in that little corner thing where there's a
Oh,
little.
okay.
Left.
Yeah, it's a little exposed, but maybe not the worst place you could have ended up.
I didn't know where to go because I had to drop to help my team during the blade.
Right.
Because I mean,
And
there's health
I-
back there. There's a route of
Probably-
escape.
Yeah,
Robert-
there's the stairs.
And you can get back to high ground. So yeah, that's actually not too bad.
There's some cover with that pillar.
Yeah.
I think I was dancing around.
Genji's
there.
made sure to take notice of it.
I'm on Zen.
Yeah. It's a nice peel there, Jaden. And I think you guys win this fight probably.
You were down what?
What's
You're
in
down
low on point?
Oh,
I'm down.
No.
I'm down. Widow's
I
on.
spoke
No,
too
I
soon.
think
Got no
we
main
I
heals-
think
no
we
heals right
lose
now?
this fight because I remember
Genji,
taking this
Genji on
point A.
Yeah, we lost this.
Oh, okay. They just get picks. That's
Yeah.
I think we're fine, guys.
Wait,
Are we
wait,
good?
wait.
Are we good?
It's
I'm coming
only
out of
things-
spawn.
What
You'll
do I
have main
miss here?
heals in about 8
I
seconds.
think we're fine. I
And
think
the
we're
VOD
fine.
Trap pops off though.
Did he use
Yeah, I think
Crane
you guys are
already?
fine.
I still have Blade.
Yeah, I killed 3 people.
Discord's on Baby Demon.
You popped off.
It must be the next
Huge
fight, then.
shatter.
Okay. You shut
Alright, I
up.
got what do we
I
do?
don't-
Well, fight.
Widow as up top.
And then we lose this one.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. This
I
is
can use Diva bomb.
these
on this.
are always the.
Mercy dead.
Winston, Winston,
Okay, so
Winston.
this is actually be good because you guys have an ult advantage here. So I can't. Do you guys actually lose this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll watch.
I think
So
so.
you play
Yeah,
the
I think I
first
just
game.
have a bot blade.
What's
No,
your
we
down?
make it all the way through this map.
Headshot the Diva.
Diva low. I'm low.
Do we? How do we lose this?
Oh yeah,
one?
you. So you probably want to be there, Zen. Probably want to be, because their
I
widow
didn't see
can
the widow.
probably kill you.
Leave
Tanks
baby.
stabilize. Tanks, you're low.
That's
Okay,
okay.
I guess I did.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
you-
both people on the balcony die.
Still Blade. you
Let me
guys.
Can you
kill
heal the
Jaden for Trance.
Gotcha.
No Zen. I can Blade. I just don't want to get shield bashed.
Okay, we definitely
Heals on
don't
Widow,
win
please, heals
lose
on
this
Widow.
fight. It's gotta be
Oh,
like
they have a
they
brick-
regroup and we
brick
lose
down
the
here.
next actual
Yeah.
fight that comes up.
Just
I've
keep
got
her
Trance.
down
They
there.
have a break now. I trans when
Genji
they-
server. Genji flanking server.
but they're probably like.
I
Watch
thought
the
the Widow
Blade,
Genji
he's
was
probably
flanking
got
server.
We've got
Oh,
walls.
wait that out.
Genji's by me. Genji's by me. On me. On me.
There we
on me,
go. We
on
lose
me,
both
on me.
people.
Got it.
Oh. Yeah, another trance.
No.
now.
Double stacked again. Oofa.
Yeah, that's fine though, because you're like, oh shit, like.
Yeah, I mean you gotta avoid the
Yeah.
plates.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just unlucky. He slash dashes you, so it's you get caught on some pipes, so it's whatever.
I probably should have stayed up there to heal you. So
But
you could done.
you're building these trances like really fast. If you can like build it, you're building it faster than their Genji builds blade, so that's really good.
Yeah.
No main heals.
Just caught on Brig.
Okay, big blade.
getting
Here we
died.
go.
That's a huge blade,
Heal for
dude.
Zen. You've got no heals.
Fat
You're
dude.
good.
Okay,
You have no heals.
I'm a
okay, so it looks like our Zen and Widow kind of just ended up on the low ground there, and then you guys got dove. I think that's-
just cleaned up. Yeah.
Genji's
Yeah,
on us.
they get a nice blade, so.
I was surprised I got that res off.
Yeah, I think your instinct, T-Bear, is to trance and then drop to the low ground, but I would maybe like, because that Genji's just going for his blade and attacking the Widow or the Mercy who's up there, so maybe just stay on the high ground until you actually have to, jump on the low ground, because giving up your positioning is, it might not be worth it.
Yeah, I think the better rule of thumb is to follow the Genji. So
Yeah,
just
follow
follow him around.
Because that's what you're trying to block is his damage.
Yeah, I was just trying to
Because-
help my team
and-
too.
But it's also like
run in danger.
if he blades then dashes in and then you trance up here, even if he like gives up and like goes to try and kill some tanks, like he doesn't have dash anymore. He has to like walk all the way there.
Mm-hmm.
So he's kind of useless once you pop that trance. So
Yeah,
I would
think
say
you
maybe
did that,
value the high ground more there. I think maybe that's like kind of the main thing.
Can we talk about this bomb though?
See
Was
what
it a huge shatter?
You've got no heals.
You have no heals.
Just super late.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
I
do
think
bomb.
it's. I think I used my shield too much, tbh. Like,
Yeah,
yeah.
you sometimes use your shield when
when nothing's happening.
yeah, when you're just like chilling.
Yeah.
So I think yeah, you definitely want to use it like
She likes bubbles.
like as a part of your dive.
Like, yeah,
Especially
okay,
like
yeah.
when you're diving something that's not an Ana and you're against like an Ana comp,
Uh-huh.
like it's really good because it denies all the healing, right? So
Okay, yeah.
or
Yeah.
so it's really yeah.
Anna and Moira, you can block off the healing.
Yeah.
But in this
Yeah,
case,
but you block
Brave
off Anna's
and
resources
Mercy.
too.
Yeah.
I think most of this round I was trying to block Widow for some reason with the shield, which is not great, I guess.
Yeah,
It's not your. Yeah.
I would say when we're on defense, we don't want to. We'll leave it up to Hayati to zone out the Widow and
Yeah.
call if the Widow's diveable or something like that. Because if you guys look for dives on Widow, because she'll always be chilling back here or something like that. It's just kind of not worth when you guys have easy geometry just like to hide behind. So
Okay.
and that bomb, you know, I don't hate it. There was like 2 people alive I think when you threw it. And sometimes like
I mean,
Diva
they
Bomb
are
isn't,
all
like,
grouped
the-
up there. If it
Yeah,
happened
yeah.
to catch people, it would have made an advantage. So.
Heal for Zen. You've got no heals.
I hate it. I think
you
it's
have no heals?
garbage. I think Jaden's garbage.
Wait, we're still 3 up,
I'm with the Diva Bomb.
and he goes for it.
Stabilized.
And Diva Bomb's not the highest value ultimate, and you can definitely like if you guys could pick 2 here, the card's back here, right? So you
Yeah.
guys can like
Mhm.
regroup. I would say, you know what? It's a 900 IQ bomb. It's a good bomb.
9,000.
I got something to add to that. If I can just take control real quick. So I saw Emong do this, and it was like I don't know if you know who Emong is, right, Char?
I do.
I do.
Okay.
I do.
So I saw him launch a bomb right here before, like literally it was the same setup, and he launched it right here so
Yeah.
that it hit the wall and then just fell straight down.
Yeah.
Yeah. So maybe if you find yourself in that scenario again, just like try and launch it there, and maybe it'll fall down. Give them less time to get away or do anything really.
The 3 of us can always go
Hear
into
that,
a
Jaden?
custom game
Watch
and
me
fuck
ball.
with bombs.
Oh, my bad, Jaden. Sorry. My bad.
I mean, it's okay. Char
Okay.
plays
Yeah, if you
Diva
guys
too.
want to, like, before or after practice this weekend, go custom game and fuck with bombs.
Okay.
I'm down.
Can I do Lucio rollouts at the same time?
Let's get moving.
I just see Monkey on the team and just immediately think Quest. I'm sorry, Char.
No, it's fine.
It's okay.
Char's monkey is better than mine, anyways.
All right.
I want to play Monkey.
Let's move on to the second point.
All right. Oh, I think you got it there.
You got to
Ready.
erase before we can take control.
I'm just
I have to erase.
Yeah, you
I'm just
can't
here to
leave
one
anything
trick
on there.
Ryan.
Okay.
Odd feature.
Hey, did you see the stats I posted? Ryan is like the biggest main right now.
Yeah,
until
everybody's a Rhine
Grandmaster.
main.
Yeah,
Try
'cause
taking control of it.
nobody's
I
playing
think
Winston.
you just gotta press C on your keyboard.
Yeah.
Nobody's playing
You just
Winston
gotta take
below
everything
like
that's mine.
Masters.
Yeah.
Too many people
it's
talking at once. Press what now?
C.
C.
C. Okay.
CZ clap.
Pressing C.
Are you focused on the tab?
Wait, click the thingy and then press C.
Click the video.
Just click on the forehead.
Click the video.
Okay. I've pressed C on so many things now. I don't know.
Just like should work.
Delete it.
No, let's just not give Hayate control anymore.
Yeah, let's not do that. Apparently, I suck at it.
Maybe if you play the video, I think.
It worked earlier. I didn't press C at all earlier.
No idea.
Okay, I'm gonna go to the bathroom. It's taking too long.
Everybody hit the flag. Somebody take control.
I can't. We can't take control.
We can't do it.
Mm.
Just try
Gotta play the
erasing
video.
what you have on the
Currently
screen.
controlling Hayate.
Just click the eraser. and erase.
Here, erasing
I mean,
stuff. You guys
Worst
can
comes to worst, Hayate, you could just leave and then come back in.
look at
Easy
that.
clapper.
There we go.
Leave the
No?
game. It's
Nobody
still
can
there.
take control of it.
It's
Did you
still
erase
there
it? I
for
still
me.
see it on the screen.
Wow, dude. Yeah, I definitely erased it. I'm leaving. You guys take control of it.
He's so proud of
Just
his
refresh, bro.
masterpiece.
Dude, I definitely erased it. Like literally erased it on my screen. Do you have control of it now?
No.
I'm not even on the window anymore.
Still says controlling
Omega
Hayate.
lol.
Yeah.
What? Wow, broken visor, dude. They get banned and they lose their mind.
Dude, Visor's scuffed AF.
Scuffed review.
Yeah, I'm like literally have no browser open right now. So
Yeah,
I
we
don't.
can't take control. Hold
Okay,
on. I'll just
then
restart
everybody
it.
else refresh the page real quick.
I'm refreshing the page.
That fucking Hayate guy, man.
Just blame Jaden's mic.
Visor's always scuffed as shit for me. Oh, I have control now, baby.
Ah, cool. I'm coming back
That's
in.
weird because I don't even have a live session going.
It says on my screen that Cat has
Yeah.
it.
Now Cat took
I
it.
That's
see
weird
it.
because
No,
we don't
you
even have a live
don't.
session going.
No, you don't quest.
Okay,
Cat,
restart
I
it.
had it, but then you took it from me.
Restart it.
Okay,
Stole
back.
it.
Testing?
No.
Walt has it.
Yoki.
I think
Got-
I. Okay.
Oops.
I don't have it.
I got
Just
it.
now.
Don't take it.
It's your-
I got it.
Okay. So yeah, where were we?
I'm gonna go
we
back,
lost
yeah.
a point. Okay,
Mhm.
that's
I
fine.
think we had some. I think we
This is exactly where we were.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, not much to say. They're just cleaning up now.
No.
So.
Yeah, we need,
Weekend testing?
Easy
No.
clapper.
Yeah, they just take it.
We should just be trying to get back.
You guys need to get the heck out of there.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
this is
well,
so awkward.
me and Mark told them to immediately progress and see if anyone was bad spawned. So
Yeah, this is really awkward. You guys should just walk.
So
in.
I think, yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I think instead of backing around, you guys should have just walked right in and just forced them to
yeah,
kill
once
you.
you knew that we were coming up on you like that, you knew we weren't gonna let you out. So
Yeah, best case scenario, you get ult charge out of them if they don't want to kill you.
Same thing if you're on attack and you see crap spawns. Just
Dive
try to
on
make
it.
that happen to another team. What is this
yeah,
camera angle?
like I said, me and Mark told them to do that.
I think we just continually lose this.
Okay, you guys can,
I mean,
Yeah, it
our
was
our
pretty
B
much
Point
point.
always
two for
good.
us.
Yeah,
We
our-
told them
our
just to
B
keep
point is
diving
never
in.
good.
yeah, we
Yeah,
gotta chill. We gotta
Okay,
chill here.
What's the ulting?
Stay away.
Oh, but they're primaling you in spawn.
Yeah.
That's annoying.
Sorry guys.
We gotta contest, guys. Winston low.
Sounds like you're the monkey vitamin, I guess.
Hayate's popping off though.
Wait, did they already cap?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yep.
Yeah,
Wait,
well, we kept them.
Well, the
ahead
We never
Alright,
got back in there to set
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
I mean, they
All of
used
the-
like they used a bunch of ults to do it.
Yeah,
Well, I mean,
They used
but we
Valkyrie,
figured it was
they
worth
used
it to
Primal,
go ahead and just blow through the
and they
second
used
one.
Blade.
holy moly. Yeah, so
They cut
They
us
put-
off the split one.
they put like 2 or 3 on card, maybe 3 at the beginning,
Yeah.
and they just like bopped you with the with the primal and just kept you in spawn. That's actually pretty well played by them,
It's
honestly.
like
That's-
Thank you.
9 million
Thank
IQ. Did you tell him to primal?
That was my idea. Yeah.
easy clapper.
Whoa.
Traitor.
Why can't
Vitamin
you
is
do that for
actually
us,
9,000 IQ. Vitamin should be on Winston now.
Literally throwing vitamin.
So how we can avoid that next time is identify if we have shit spawns, and like just run towards card if we do, if we can't get out, just to
Yeah.
deny their card progress. If they're pushing up really aggressively, just reset as 6 in spawn. And you guys didn't even actually get in there, so it's hard. But you guys want to take the jet basically that's in there to deny their widow. And
Yeah,
then
I was
look for a
on the
dive.
jet, but everyone was dying.
So you guys got snowballed a little bit. That's okay.
What's the ulting?
I mean, basically, by the time our split spawns get killed, they're already like a third
Yeah,
of the way
halfway.
progressed.
Yeah, it was a really long time. Like that the stagger was really extreme. So.
I think my biggest weakness about jet, honestly, is that
No main heals.
I can't seem
Right
to
on point.
progress at the same time as the people downstairs. So like usually both tanks are upstairs and then everyone else is downstairs, and it just doesn't happen, I guess.
Backwards towards me.
Yeah, I think the team just has to play around you the most in that situation.
I know I'm healing.
Okay.
And you just want to drop on whoever, like you're like just drop, don't use your leap, and look for a dive there. But yeah, if you guys are like super staggered, it's extremely hard to get set up properly. So
Okay.
Got walls.
Yeah, they probably also have.
okay, oh, I put us down.
And no, they use a lot.
They're jump.
Yeah,
They're
they
gonna
just have health.
They're gonna get
Watch out, they're gonna dive you.